Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. This one is for Wednesday, December 4th, 2013. Now, before we get started, what I have here is the Australian Pale Ale kit that I made in my video response to Oram Wines. If you remember, or if you've seen the video, I made this 5 and 7 style, which is simply a pound of dry malt extract and a pound and a half of dextrose thrown in. When I poured this 15 minutes ago, it had a one finger head on top. The head has disappeared, but there is some pretty good lacing. It's carbonated, and it's been sitting in my keg about 2 weeks now. It's not overly clear, but I don't add gelatin or refining agents, and I don't cold crash kits. It's basically 14 days in the fermenter, straight in the keg. So cheers, guys. Okay, first off, it's a little over carbonated. I have to adjust my keg pressure there, but let's see. You know, I can kind of taste or smell hops in this, even though it's a kit. It's got a nice color to it. Okay, it's got nice bitterness, what you would expect from a pale ale as opposed to an IPA. You can taste a small amount of malts. You can taste the hops. But it doesn't really have that adjunct flavor you would get from commercial beers. And that again is with a pound and a half of sugar. So, I mean, here you go, guys. Proof that you can make good beer with a kit. And that leads me to my second point. Oram Wines. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. Watch his videos, subscribe, thumbs up, leave comments. He's only doing wines now, and the video I made this beer was kind of like my way of encouraging him to expand his brewing horizons to beer, so to speak. And to show his gratitude, he sent me beer mail. And he sent me not one, but 2 full bottles of wine. He sent me a banana wine, which didn't survive until this video. Sorry, Oram, but Mrs. Brewing with Bill and I sat down and we drank that. She had 2 glasses, and that says something because she's not a real big drinker, or a constant drinker, as I would put it. She drinks on holidays and special occasions, and it's usually only a glass, but she had 2 glasses of wine, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was light, it was sweet, with a semi-dry finish. Not only could you smell the bananas, but you could taste the bananas as well. And the only thing, as a winemaker myself, the only thing I could suggest that you do different, if you should ever make a batch of banana wine again, is you can get wine flavorings from your homebrew supply store. I don't have a bottle on hand here. I thought I brought it down before I set up the camera, but I have a bottle of apple flavoring that I add to my apple wines. And the next time you make the banana wine, just get yourself a bottle of the wine flavoring. It's a 4-ounce bottle. You add 1 or 2 ounces per 5-gallon batch, or you add it until taste. And what that'll do is it'll make the banana flavor really stand out. I know in one of your emails you commented that situations being that the way they are, your wines really don't get a chance to age. And that's not a bad thing, because I've got the same problem. But fruit wines, after about 6 months of aging in the bottle, The fruit flavors really come out. If the wines are consumed before that, a way to make the flavor stand out is to add the artificial flavor. Now he sent me another bottle, and this one is a blueberry pomegranate. Okay, as you guys can see, this one has already been opened as well. I had some dinner guests over last night, and they saw the bottle, and I told them I was saving it for a review, but they kept hounding me and bugging me and harassing me, so I broke it open. Alright, all three of my guests had a glass, as well as myself, and they loved it. And honestly, that is a really good wine, and I will pour a glass. Okay. Bring it up nice and close so you guys can see, and look at that color. Absolutely crystal clear. Okay, it's a frosted glass, guys, but it's a very, very nice brown color. Very clear. Now, you can definitely smell the blueberries. You can definitely smell the pomegranate in this. Just a tad bit sweeter than the banana wine. So I would classify this as a dessert wine, something that would go great after dinner. It's got a semi-dry finish, but the blueberry and the pomegranate, the flavors in this wine are completely over the top. And to be completely honest, I don't think you could have done anything different to this wine to make it any better than it already is. And I would say I would be completely satisfied with spending $30 for a wine like this in a local wine and spirit shop. Alright, cheers guys. Double fisted. It's that kind of a day. Okay, now I'm rushing this along because I don't want the video to be too long. I've noticed my last couple of videos have been stretching, 20, 25, 33 minutes. And I know you guys have a lot of other Homebrew Wednesdays to watch. So, because it's December and Christmas is right around the corner, I am going to be temporarily suspending all of my home brewing activities. I won't be making my mead until after Christmas. I have a blueberry cider I have planned. I won't make that till after Christmas. I won't be brewing any other wines, or excuse me, I won't be brewing any other wines or beer until after Christmas. And I mean, because it's the holidays, we're getting really busy, overtime at work, and when I'm not working overtime, it's setting up the Christmas tree, watching holiday specials with the kids, Christmas shopping and all that. And I've got 15 gallons of beer on hand right now, so I think that'll pretty much cover me for the holidays. I've got one 5-gallon keg full of my Sierra Nevada Pale Ale clone. I have a keg full of this Australian Pale Ale, and this is the very first glass out of it. And I've got 5 gallons of a Cooper's English Bitter kit that's currently in secondary. Now I know I said I don't clear my beers or anything like that, but I've only got 2 kegs, and the secondary is really all the only place I could have put that beer. And yeah, if push comes to shove and one of my kegs kick, I can chill it down, I can carbonate it in 24 hours and be serving it to guests. So yeah, I've definitely got plenty of beer. And one more thing, I want to say, give a shout out to Nathan Mckenzie. He mentioned me in his in this week's Homebrew Wednesday video he posted yesterday. Okay, thanks for that, dude. I always, it never ceases to amaze me. Every time I hear my name on somebody else's video, so I really appreciate it. And a special mention to Tiny from Off-Tap-Brewing. It seems that Nathan was worried about getting the amount of wort in his boil correct, and he was wondering if adding water to it would change the original gravity or the specific gravity of the wort. And I commented, and my comment was both right and wrong. Okay, this is the second week in a row I'm correcting myself, so there's a moral lesson in this, guys. If you have a few pints when you watch Homebrew Wednesday videos, don't try to be scientific, because you're just going to come out looking like an ass. Anyway, what I told him was, if you add water during the boil, your specific gravity won't change, but it will if you add it after the boil. And the reason I've got an honorable mention to Tiny from Off-Tap-Brewing is because he commented to my comment, and he says, well, how is that right? And being an analytical thinker the way I am, I sat down and I was like, all right, well, I was half-pished, and I was just going off the rules of dilution when I made the comment, and his question made me think, whether you add more water during the boil or after the boil, as long as you don't have more water than what you started with, there is no difference. Okay? Case in point, little experiment you can do. If you make a 1 liter yeast starter and say the specific or original gravity is 1040, and you boil that down to half a liter, and after it's cooled, you add a half liter to it, so you end up with the same liter volume that you did to start with, well, that gravity is still going to be 1040. Because the sugars won't evaporate, it's only the water. Okay, same thing with like salt water in the Dead Sea. Well, why do they call it the Dead Sea? Because it's outrageously salty. And the reason it got that way is because it used to be a whole lot bigger, and the water evaporated. So, alright, well, anyway, I'm starting to babble. Anyway, the only time that it wouldn't, the gravity would drop below 1040 in the the yeast starter experiment I just mentioned, is if you added water so the volume would be over 1 liter. Okay? So yeah, anyway, sorry about that, Nathan. I thought I was giving you the right information, and half of it was right. The other half was just me being pished, and thanks to Tiny from Off-Tap-Brewing for bringing that to my attention. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to post a Homebrew Wednesday video next week, or every week from here out until Christmas. Like I said, overtime with work and the holidays coming up, I've definitely got a whole lot on my plate. But thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for thumbing up my videos. Thank you for your comments. Alright, it's really the highlight of my day to wake up in the morning and find X number of emails attached to my YouTube page. I will try to post videos, but if I don't, accept my apologies beforehand. And well, it's pretty much all I have for you guys this week. Hopefully it was short. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much. But as always, I hope your week this far has been good. I hope the rest of your week can be even better. Until the next video, take care of yourselves. Cheers. 17.